Hey, baby.
Welcome to another episode of Dad and Ish. It's your boy, Chocolate Dad.
It's your boy Stylez.
Today we got a very special guest for y'all. The ladies from the Just Kicking It podcast.
Just kicking.
Just Kicking.
Mhm.
All right. I was thinking about the song.
I know.
But introduce yourself.
I'm your favorite tomboy, Georgie.
I'm Candace.
Where y'all from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, but I live in Philly now.
Yeah, I'm still a
Hey, you
Brooklynite.
came all the way here from Philly?
All the way here
That's
from
love.
Philly.
That's love. See that?
Love to say, right?
From
Like-
Philly.
Wait, hold on. So you're chocolate dad?
Chocolate Dad. You can't tell?
Chocolate dad.
And you
I
favorite
dig
tomboy.
it. I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah, I'm Chocolate Dad.
Funny.
But today we got a very special episode for y'all. We're just gonna get to know the different aspects of our side versus their side, because you guys are women,
Mm-hmm.
we're men, so the different type of. Are you guys in relationships?
I'm not.
I'm married. Mm-hmm.
Not married, but I'm in a relationship. In a relationship?
Something like that,
I'm
right?
private, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ain't for everybody to know what I'm doing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we done spiced
What
it
your
up
such a
real
sound
quick.
was again?
Capricorn.
Mm. Spoken like a true cat.
Playing my part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That just means that you're just not ready to put it out on Front Street. That's all
No,
right.
that's just me.
Okay. How she feel about that?
Probably don't like that. But
Because you
That's
do what
good.
you want when you want.
I don't know. We ain't talking about astrology.
I'm not talking about astrology. I'm just speaking from a perspective.
I mean, from knowing Styles for these last couple months, he's real up front. I feel like he's gonna tell her day one, like, I'm not the type to do this, do that. I don't like this. I don't like that.
Mhm.
If
I'm
you
not too
can't
much on
get with it.
compromising.
Why?
See, I ain't say all that now.
Nah, be real. But when it comes to my personality, I'm not compromising my personality. I don't mind compromising my time and space, but my personality is gonna be that. If you don't like it, then don't.
Okay.
And if you're gonna change me, then I ain't the one for you.
Well, that is correct. I mean, I wouldn't suggest anybody be with anybody who's trying to change them. Your personality is your personality, but it's also growth involved in that too. So with your personality comes growth. So you might meet that person that you might really, really like, and they might force you to grow.
That's a
Not
bad term to say force.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about force as if they're making you like physically, but their personality might be of growth, and it might force you to compromise or, your personality because you really care for them. You know what I mean? So,
I understand what you mean because I was kind of like the same way. Like, I'm like, this is who I am. That's it. You're going to have to deal with it, and that's that. But then my husband came along, and it wasn't that he forced something different. It was just that he made me look at things a little differently. And so I wanted to be like compromising with him. There are some things about me that I'm absolutely not going to change. Like, it does not matter. Shut it down. Don't pass go. I'm not going to change it. But other things, I see that like I can do a little give and take type of situation. So you never know. Like, if you like open yourself up and just let yourself get there.
But I
It
think
might.
the biggest thing he said was his
Tell me what
his
I'm doing. I can
personality.
answer for myself. Right.
Yeah, his personality. I like me personally. In my last situation, because I don't have old relationship. I don't have exes. I don't have no exes from ever since I've been with my girlfriend. That's it. There was nobody in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
no
didn't know
exes.
where you
So in my
were going with
past
that.
situation, I felt like I wasn't me. Like, you guys met me probably for 10, 20 minutes now. And you guys know how funny I am, and just
mm-hmm.
I couldn't be that around her. Like, and I felt like she was just not that she was telling me not to do this, but it was like she might get upset if I make a joke.
It wasn't connecting.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just wasn't connecting. It wasn't me. I wasn't me.
She wasn't the right person for you.
Nope.
Yeah, and that's why ultimately it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to a point where I couldn't compromise my personality, and I think that's what you're saying. Like, his personality is always gonna, he's always gonna be him.
Mm.
You ever
Absolutely.
hear when people say, a story sounds so crazy you can't make that shit up.
Mhm.
So I'd rather be that story that you can't make up, so that you
Mhm.
can't sit there in front to find out later on I'm somebody else.
Absolutely.
So the reason why I say I won't compromise myself because of the fact that I want to. You're gonna waste my time if later on you find the real me. And you don't like it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would probably change down the line, but then it's not gonna be forced. It's just gonna be like, all right, I like this person, but I think, and without sounding like I'm cocky, I think I'm a dope person regardless of the fact.
Right.
So when I open up, that dopeness is gonna show on the person.
Mhm.
My standoffishness, my little bit of closing people out, etc., etc. 90% of people don't like it, but I don't really care because the ones who do like it, they're gonna give me
Stick
a chance.
around.
Absolutely. I'm the same
So-
exact way.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Yeah, I get that a lot, especially because I would say that I'm not what people are used to. You know what I mean? I'm very strong-minded. I know what I want. I don't back down from things. I'm not one of those women who speak when I'm spoken to, or
I think the thing
wait.
with you, people try to change you
Yeah.
because they look at your outward appearance and be like, "Oh, she's a boy," but you're not a boy.
I'm mad girl.
You're just
Well, I won't
you
say I'm
just
mad girl. I'm a
dress like
woman.
you are definitely a woman. You just dress like a tomboy.
Absolutely. But I'm definitely like a woman. I'm
Yeah.
nurturing.
Do you do
I'm
this on
loving.
purpose?
This is a part of my personality. You know what I mean?
And you're not
I'm
changing that for
comfortable.
nobody.
If you try to make me change, it's not gonna happen.
That's me.
You know what I mean? But there has been times where I've dated people and it makes like they've made me want to be a little bit more like, let me just wear a shoe. I don't like the attention. That's really what it is. I like to be comfortable. And even when I step out, I step out. You know, I'm comfortable in either way, whether I have on. And if I wear shoes, it's usually like a 4-inch heel. You get what I'm saying? But if you can't accept this part of me, because this is mostly me, I work a lot, I'm hardworking, and I like to be comfortable, and I like to be relaxed. So if you love this part of me, then you get to see the other part of me. You know what I mean? It's levels, like in Jumanji.
I could definitely dig
Yeah,
it.
because what it is, like you said, is most people want. I learned that with people. Most people want easy. So the thing is that, but nobody's real personality is easy. And it's like the concept of a book I remember I read. It was called No More Mr. Nice Guy. A lot of times, a nice guy, and it could be a girl too. You're lying to yourself because you're doing everything that the other person wants. So you're lying. Like you know, I don't like there's certain things I don't like. I don't like clubbing. But I'm gonna go because I like the person. But I'm lying now. I'm being lied. So now I go there, and if you not go to the club, something happens. I start spazzing. I turn into a bad guy because I just didn't keep it real with myself. So honestly, fuck that Mr. Nice Guy shit. It's just like I'm gonna be me. If it ain't for you.
Let me ask you a question. Have you had a situation, relationship? I don't know if y'all the same where like the past is like that's it. But like, have you had a situation where you did change for somebody and
Yeah.
like you felt like you shouldn't have? Because I feel like you're like on the wave right now. So what happens normally is that like we'll find somebody, we're so like into them, we change who we are, we like lose ourselves.
Yeah.
And then when that's done, we like, I ain't never doing that again. Right?
But you know what it is? I have been in that, but it's stupid. It's just, I think it's stupid for anybody. I tell anybody that's even watching shit, it's stupid to change for yourself. Because I always tell people like your stuff is dope, more dope than the person that you're trying to act to be. So, and even if you're in love, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. I don't.
But here's the next step though. Here's the cheat code. When you, so like, remember I said, I feel like you're on the wave. So like you change and then you're like, I'm never doing that again because like I'm who I am. But then when you get with the next person or you're serious with the next person, you're like, I'm never doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. But the cheat code is to incorporate like the compromise. And so it's not changing who you are. It's just realizing that the person that you're with likes certain things. And so you'll try it for them. So it's not that you're going to change who you are. You're still not going to like clubbing. You're still going to be private. However, you know that this person likes certain things. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to try that because I know that they appreciate that.
I don't disagree
a couple
with you at
times.
all. As far as that, I don't disagree with you at all. As it's kind of like she said, you have like a certain image. As strong and hard as I am a, you know, if I'm rocking with somebody or I'm dealing, even with my friends, I do have my sore spot. But I am guarded naturally. So it's not a situation of, and when I say, I mean, I hear what you said, but I'm still stuck on I'm not compromising.
Right.
I feel you.
Not yet.
Yeah, I feel everything you're saying. I'm not disagreeing. And I also agree with you. Not yet.
Not yet.
It's growth. Who I am yesterday and who I am today and who I'm going to be tomorrow. But you don't want, my biggest thing is that everything in this day and age right now, is about compromise in reality. Like
Mm-hmm.
you look on social media, you compromise your style because of what you see on social media.
Right.
You compromise your money because of what you see on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to compromise, not for the sake of the sake, like I'm a father, so I am compromising. Like I have to learn to be more loving to my children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a loving kind of guy in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
but then I naturally had to do this. So it's not saying that I don't. When I say I don't compromise, biggest thing anybody said, I change when it's time to change.
And when you feel safe enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the only time I feel safe is when it's in my mind of saying that. Nobody could make me feel safe.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's just what I feel in the moment. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it feels like because my mind is telling me it's time to let it go and stop being safe. So,
I think it's when you probably, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, probably when you feel like the person has accepted who you are.
yes.
Then you're like, okay, I feel like it's okay because they know who I am, but it's okay for me to like do a little different sometimes.
Yes, because you know the issue is, I'll let you finish. My bad, Steve. I've just seen your eyes. You give me signs. My bad. You know,
I'm like, nigga.
I'm gonna get this question. My last thing, you know what it is that a lot of it is judgment.
Okay.
And the thing is a lot of times, like, when you change, it causes judgment, and then the worst thing is to be judged on what you not really are because you compromise on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like regrets. The worst regrets in life is what you make decisions on, what somebody put on to you, not the ones that you decided yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
Just
before I
quote-
keep going,
quote
I'll let
God.
Steve ask
Okay.
this question.
Quote God.
So
What
I'm
I
gonna
tell
let
you?
Steve say what he says. 'Cause I don't want to keep
Nah,
going.
after that quote, I don't know what I want to say. But no, my question was this is for all of us. So if in the topic of compromising, if you was with someone and they was doing everything right, like everything,
Mm-hmm.
wine, dine, but the sex was trash, do you stay? Like, 'cause there's a lot of things in this world that I will compromise. And I mean, I could talk on it first, but if y'all want to,
Okay. I look at it like this. I'm sorry.
I didn't think that's where you was going with this question. I'm gonna just say that you called me off
And
guard.
that's not even why I'm laughing. It's just I've had this conversation like with my friends or whatever. I look at it like this. Sex is necessary and sex is important.
number one.
It's not number one.
For me, it is. But go ahead.
Of course, but it's not number one. It's beyond that. You know what I mean? People use sex as leverage. People use sex to stay with people. People use sex for
as weapons.
Right? Kind of like money to me. But I look at it as puzzle pieces. So a lot of the times you get a puzzle piece that's like this, right? This is the sex. Everything else around it is flat because you only come with that good sex. A lot of the times you get in situations like that. Then you have a puzzle piece where you have love, you have stability, you have something else here, and then you have this, which is the outside of the sex, right? I'd rather take this because it comes with way more. Sex is teachable. You get what I'm saying? If it don't connect, it don't connect. But you can make things connect in different ways. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. If the sex is,
so far off with this way the subject goes, that was gonna be easy with she.
Yo,
I
dry. But she over here drawing and shit.
I don't know if carry the one, right?
Down to two, you know.
She had me on her side. I'm like, yeah, it's equal.
But that's how I look at it because a lot of the times when the sex isn't good, they come with everything else. Not always, but a lot of the times.
You said when it isn't good, they come
a lot of the times when the sex
basically
is when
all
it's mediocre,
the boxes
they have
are checked.
all the boxes
It's
are checked
just this
except
one
that.
thing.
Or vice versa.
You get what I'm
So,
saying? Or vice versa.
To answer my question, you're okay with everything else?
Because I
to
feel
sum
like
up everything she said, it's teachable.
it's teachable. Sex is teachable. To
If
me.
they check all the boxes off,
I feel not at
it's
age.
teachable.
I feel
Unless the chemistry is
You're
just
right.
not there.
Yeah.
Then they could be a great person, but they're just not the great person for you.
Yep. Absolutely. You don't feel like sex is teachable?
At my age, nah. Either
So-
you got it or you don't.
It's not like that. Some people don't understand rhythm. Sex is rhythmic. Some people, sex is physical. Sex is mental to me. You know what I mean? I can have sex with you and we connect and it's amazing, and then once I disconnect from you, you could perform the same type of way. It's not gonna give me the same type of feel because I'm not connected to you anymore. Like I don't want it from you.
That's because all the other boxes in the check.
No, it's not because all the other boxes aren't checked. It's because we just lost that connection. You know what I mean? You have to stimulate me mentally before I can even deal with you physically.
I don't even know what that means. Like, that's for me. Like, what does that mean?
You're not into foreplay?
Yes.
Right. So foreplay, you might be. All right.
But
I can bring you back to Zodiac.
The first time, it could have been amazing. I'm assuming foreplay, all that was in the first time.
But if I disconnect from you,
she's not talking about at this point like physical foreplay. She's talking about like you have to be attractive to her,
right?
In a certain type of way. She has like I'm not you have to appeal to her mental. So like whether it's the type of things that you into, whether y'all connecting on a funny level, you got inside jokes, whatever it is that like makes you connect. Will like take it to the next level.
See, I was just thinking the sex the first time, and I got the sex. It was like good the first time, and then the next time it was
it's usually the opposite. Usually, when you have sex the first time with somebody, it's not all that great, and then it builds the momentum. So you know what I mean. I never judge somebody based off the first time. No.
So what about it? Say that all that's clicking. I have funny, good, great conversation. It's not the is in depth conversation. You know, they're foreplaying the hell out of your mind by the words that they're saying. Now, sex happens, it's not doing it for you. Now, what happens?
I'm giving it a couple of tries. It's teachable. Like, you teach somebody how to please you because you can have sex with a girl, right? A woman, and she might like certain things. So you're used to having sex that type of way. And then you get with somebody else and you perform in that way that the other person likes, but that person isn't stimulated by that. They might say that's whack, right?
Right.
So now either conversation has to be had or I'm going to just be honest, manipulation has to be had for you to get how they perform or what they like, what stimulates them sexually. So now you're learning that person.
Well, then let's say now, I'm going to use myself as a bad example. Then now you got a person that doesn't want to compromise.
Then that's a problem.
Then, yeah.
Because, and it's funny you bring up the subject because in a sense, what we're talking about compromising personality, that's a lot of times that kind of stems on to sexual as well, or anything.
If you want to be stuck, you can't be like sex is compromising.
But the thing about this is egos are involved when you start having sex conversations. So you have to know how to say it a certain way to get the because you'll hurt feelings.
And that's why I said manipulation is involved and not a bad manipulation. Go ahead.
No, that's why I wanted to ask. Are you guys comfortable with having that conversation with your partner? Like, is it
I am.
easy for you guys?
Yes.
Easy? Yes. But I usually use tactics first.
Okay. You manipulate.
Yes. I manipulate. I stroke your ego. I stroke your ego in certain things that I like to make you do it more.
Okay. But then what about that you stroking that ego and then you don't get it right? You gotta hurt ego.
No, because if I'm stroking, like I said, I stroke your ego in certain things to make you do it more. Now, if you're not getting it, then that's when a conversation has to be had, and you got to understand the type of person that you're dealing with. I'm not going to come and be like, yo, your shit is whack. Unless you're being disrespectful. That's not going to work. But I'm going to be like, how do you feel about sex? Like, I ask you, like, what do you like? And that open you to say what you like. So
you know certain people you can't even do that with.
Right.
So it's manipulation, and manipulation sounds bad, but that's real. It's just like hyping it up when you get to the parts that you like.
Yep.
And when you don't, and when something is happening that you don't like, you're not as hyped.
Do you think that, let's say, the talk is love languages. Love languages, what is it? Acts of service,
physical
gifts,
touch,
physical and everything.
Quality
Do you think
time.
that could play a part into that too? Because now, if your love language could also be your sex language, it doesn't cooperate with the other person. Because you could be with somebody that's act of service. Act of service could be for you sexually, could be foreplay.
Right.
Gifts could be I'm bringing you some lingerie.
I think it's all part of foreplay.
But it is. I agree. But let's say now you don't even know that person's love language. You don't understand that person doesn't know how to even express that. That person's closed off. How do you fix that now? Not say you fix it the wrong way, because it's not about fixing people. But how do you, I guess, your word, manipulate that into that situation?
See, me and Danielle are very direct too. when it comes to certain things. Like we're not trying to like hurt egos, right? But we're very direct. So if that happened, we'd be like, come take this love language quiz with me.
Yeah. Or I might, like I said, you start a conversation. I can manipulate. I'm good at manipulating conversations to say what I need to say. You get what I'm saying? And it could be a situation where we laughing and joking, and I'll be like, yeah, because that little thing you did the other day, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Once again, it's stroking egos, and it's encouraging you to do it more. Because men do like their ego stroke. You know what I mean? I'm one to be like, I don't stroke egos. I don't. But sexually, it's about you making a person feel good.
Right.
I don't like my ego stroke. I'd rather just tell me.
I mean, I'm not into stroking
But then-
egos. I'm
but
into
I'm
encouraging
sure-
you, though. You get what I'm saying? I'm into encouraging you to do things. And that is stroking your ego. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and, to me, a lot of people stroke egos falsely.
Right.
Falsely. Like, they just say something to make you feel good, but they might not feel that. I'm actually encouraging you to do something more that I like, and it's
honest.
making you feel, it's honest. Like, it's making you feel good about what you did. What you did, I like that. I need you to do that more.
That's good because me, like I said, I don't like my ego stroke. I can stroke it myself, honestly. But it's just like, sometimes when you find out that your ego's getting stroked, there ain't no pause, man. If your ego's getting stroked, and I found out that you was just doing it because, like I said, I'm comfortable in and out in a sense. So
Oh my God.
Basically, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Basically, whoever you with is gonna know. Be direct with me and tell me
because,
I like this, I don't like it.
Because you know what it is? This is that conversation doesn't happen, and now you hear it many times. You might see it on TV. People talk about, because honestly, and I'm gonna speak, men might feel, a lot of men when it comes to that, they are sensitive.
Yes, very.
I'll be real with you, and I'm not going to front. Most men are more so sensitive when it comes sexually than it is with women.
Right.
Because a lot of times is the size matter. There's all this other stuff happen. Because honestly, as men, we don't have much.
Most men are sensitive about a lot of things.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. But then a lot of us, we don't have much extra to us. Besides, that ain't right, then that's it. So we ain't thinking about anything else. So then now, if you're a dude that might be out of shape, and your personality is trash, and your looks are, the only thing you got is that, and it ain't working, then your ego is shot. But if, let's say you're a dope dude all the way around, and it ain't working, you still got a personality that you can kind of like, all right, I got to open up personality. I can kind of fix that about myself. Because sometimes, it's like, you see jokes, or you watch women, they talk like, oh, like, he's a ball player, he's doing this, he got money and all that stuff, but then his sex is trash.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't care.
And then there's a lot of guys with big egos whose sex be trash. It's like,
so,
you talk a lot, but it ain't it.
Yeah,
like,
so with
you
that
know?
said, I know that it is, and then you just tell me, yo, if it's trash, it's trash, because like you said, it's fixable. But if I don't know, if you struck, in my mind, if you struck my ego, I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm on cloud. Now I'm doing what I gotta do. Don't come and tell me nothing.
But again, she's not saying just stroking your ego for nothing.
Yeah.
It's when you get to the parts that she likes. You know what I mean? So
what about there's no parts at all?
Well, then
that's a problem.
Then it's gonna have a
there gotta be
conversation.
some parts, like, and if it isn't, then that's an issue. You get what I'm saying? The thing is, a lot of the times, people, men and women, tolerate things because they care about that person or because they love that person. Not you, but a lot. But a lot of people do. You know what I mean? Like, you might love a person, you might fall in love with them, their personality, everything. But it might be something about them that you just, it's not clicking. But you might tolerate it because you love that person. You get what I'm saying? And it's nothing personal with you. It's just the connection or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, you might, like you said, you was with somebody that you felt like you weren't yourself. You walking on eggshells, right? But you tolerated her. Right? You did, regardless.
For a little while.
For a little while.
I
But you did.
Until I realized.
Right.
And then I distanced myself, and then it just.
But you've been realized. You just had the rose-colored glasses on. You realized because the minute she did something that you didn't like, it rubbed you the wrong way. But you tolerated it because you cared. You wanted to see if it was going to continue. Mm-hmm. So you knew. You see, this is
nobody ever keeps this quiet.
No, I knew, but I didn't. You see, with me, it's like I could see something, but I always give anybody the benefit of the doubt.
What's the benefit of the doubt?
That's always the problem, though.
You saw it.
No, but somebody else got to see it. Like, you know how you see a crackhead, like, yo, that was a crackhead?
No, I get exactly what you're saying, because I think we've all been there. We tolerate certain things like, hold on, am I bugging? No, I'm not bugging. Let me see.
Am I bugging? I gotta
But
say twice.
you want to see because you care. You want to see because you care. You don't want to let.
Anybody would want to see because
exactly.
they care.
You
You
just
also
proved
don't
me
want to see
right.
it because you ain't ready to see it either.
Right.
A lot of times, because it's always reality of it is most of the time it's already, if you know, like how we talk about everything from whether it's sexual, whether it's personality, you already see. Like say like myself, me having a not compromised personality in a sense, you already know that it's not there. It's just gonna be a certain point where that moment of not compromise is because I don't leave the glass on the counter anymore. That would be the telltale sign. Like I don't want to be with this person no more. But it was already bigger than that. It was already the personality side. That's why a lot of times when you even go in a relationship, people start having issues with small shit because of the fact that they weren't dealing with the big shit. And then now the small thing, like I always say, is it's like you cry with spilled milk, basically. But then you was ready. The spilled milk was spilled milk is the most basic shit. But then you was really mad about the damn foundation being broken in the house. But then now you want to establish that now because you decide that you look past the foundation being cracked the whole time. But then now it's spilled milk.
Now spilled milk and it's like you spilled the motherfucking milk.
Yeah, exactly. And then now the whole house.
That was just the breaking point.
Yeah, exactly. You spilled the milk and then you just fucked up the foundation and you like, wait, hold on, wait, what?
So
what just happened?
Exactly. That's how when you talk about the sexual
That's me.
side of it is it's like, yo, like that's what I'm asking when you say about stroking and what you call it, because I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong in ego, but then a lot of times this problem still exists there anyway. Because then you're saying like, all right, I like that. But then he probably, I'll be real, I would say to anybody, like, I'm horrible with seeing signs. Like, I don't care you talking about, I'm gonna miss it.
Social crew.
Yeah, I'm horrible with that. You better just tell me, like, yo, nigga, you fucking up right now. I'm like, oh, I get that, but don't be thinking, oh, I like what you did. Like, okay, thank you. I'm like, no more. You better say, I like that shit. And then, all right, cool, bro. All right, I'm not the person, I'm horrible with signs. Like, I'm more of you be blunt with me, yeah. If you don't like it, then say it. I'm not, I mean, like I said, I have my sensitive side, but I'm not sensitive with the fact that when somebody's expressing what they say, because I'd rather the full truth than the bullshit, honestly.
I do too. I'm definitely like that. I mean, I'm a person who sees the signs, and sometimes I'll pretend like I don't see because I'm waiting for you to say something to me.
But that's also, I think, the way you say that, where you manipulate. I don't like the word you manipulate, but I'm gonna use it.
A lot of people don't like that word, but it's all about your interpretation of it. It's bad manipulation and good manipulation.
I agree. So what you're doing is the same thing. I have the same tendency too. I'll see it. Let's see if you notice it. Cause I want you to see it than me having to keep telling you.
I'm just gonna ask. I don't got time for all of that. Like, I'm not. Forget the signs. Like, what's the problem?
We're not about to pay tic-tac-toe.
But then that's where I'm really at. Like, yo,
I'm
you don't like
the problem
shit.
too.
Like,
yeah,
but
like,
see,
what is
it's the signs too, because you might, let's just say, a woman, like, y'all in foreplay, right? You and your girl, and y'all, like, it's foreplay, y'all kissing and everything, and then she decides to give you oral. But you might not like how she's giving you oral.
I'll tell her. I'll tell her.
Okay, but
Right
you might not tell her, but your energy and your facial expression, like how she can feel that. Like, sex is like...
Here's a perfect example. Lots of guys, right? When you're in the moment, you coach.
Yeah, that's what I do. So that's my way. I'm not gonna be like
you
rude
coach.
and
So you'll manipulation.
She lost me. What you mean? Who's coaching who?
You start
the
talking.
Guy, yeah. You
yeah.
start coaching.
Yeah, do it like that.
Right.
Do it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. As soon as you make a crazy wild noise, she's gonna keep on doing it.
Yeah.
That is what we
That's
mean by the manipulation
I'm
part.
then I'm horrible because I'm not. I'm
That's what I mean by manipulate. Like, if you doing something, let's just say you're giving oral and it's great mouth romance, right? And you're like, let's just say you speak in Spanish. I'm gonna just call it that, right?
Okay.
You speak in Espanol, right?
Fluently.
And then you fluent, okay? And then and then you stop doing that. You stop speaking in tongue, right? And you back to English. I might go, ooh, speak Spanish again. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, it might be something like that. Right? He like, I'm out.
He about to stop like, why the fuck you stop speaking Spanish, huh? Like, what the fuck is
But
this?
it be situations like that. You get what I'm saying? And you're in the mood. Like, some people are pleasers. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, ooh, I got her doing this. I got her doing that. Like, some women are pleasers. Ooh, I got him doing this. I got him doing that. When I did this, he did that. Or when I did, like, I pay attention during sex. Oh, I see his toes curl. Let me do that again. Gotcha. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, like, you get what I'm saying? It's all about, but it's tactic. It's paying attention. It's observing. It's learning the person that you're with. It's rhythm. I know I have sex in rhythms. If you stop in the midst of a good rhythm, you fucked me up. You gotta start all over.
No nut.
See,
like, you gotta start all over now.
It's funny because, like, when you saying that about paying attention, like, if anything, what gets to me more or keeps me is the fact that you even trying more so. Because a lot of times when it happens, like you said before, what you did with your last girl, what you did with your last man, people become, when it comes to sex, they become they become like porn stars in a sense because they act in the role. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Let's flip over this way, this way. I'm like, don't give me no damn scripted shit. Like try something different, even if you never did it before.
But that's different.
No, it's not in a sense because, like you said, sex is
rhythmic.
Yeah, what she said. But then porn is scripted, so it's not different.
Not when it's rhythmic yet.
You can tell when a person watch porn.
That's what I'm saying.
You can tell when
I thought you meant like
how they talk.
I thought you meant like watching porn together and like reenacting what they're doing.
Nah, because
that's different.
Like myself, like I don't like porn in a sense. At my age now, when you're a kid, you watch it because it's taboo. You can't get it.
Porn be funny sometimes.
But as an adult now, it's so scripted, it's so fake that it's like it's such a fantasy.
You watch it with sound?
Huh? Sound? I didn't say nothing about sound. No, I ain't talking about that. But the reality is,
you watch it with sound. You gotta watch it like mute on mute.
Nobody can hear.
The reality the reality is that when I forgot where I said sorry. He said you gotta have the sex that you want.
Right.
So when you watch your porn, you having the sex that they want to show you. Mm-hmm. So then when you watch this, like I said, when you're a kid, you don't know what
you're basically not into the theatrics.
Yeah, but I'm into the what's the word again?
Rhythm.
Yeah, I'm with that. But then all that other stuff, I'm not with all that other nonsense because it's fake to me. So that's why I said when a person is about dealing with you and then you trying different things, it's because you're trying it because it's me, not because you're following the script or whatever it is. So that's why you said even the part, I guess I could agree with you when you talk about like if it's not working, it's the fact that you're trying to try something different. That works for me. But if you're just going to keep on doing the same shit, you're not getting, like I stopped talking Spanish because you still have me. I'm over here like, oh, it's good. And I was like, bueno before. You still like, I'm saying it's good and you can keep going. Like, stop the shit. Like pay attention to me. What's going on? I keep going. But
I did learn something today, though. See, with love languages, I never tied sex and love languages together until, like, hearing y'all speak. Mm-hmm. For me, it was just something separate. It was just the 5 love language. Like, that deals with love. I just never incorporated with sex. Like,
love is everything, though. People romanticize it.
Yeah.
But love is everything. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So you put love into... I'm sure you trying to give out A1P every time you perform, you know what I mean?
Unless but you know.
You get what I'm saying? You trying to put your best work out.
Trying to put out that
get what I'm saying?
BDE.
You put in big dick energy?
Yo, you're the only one that knew that.
I use it. I have BDE, and I don't even have one. Like,
yo, our last 2 episodes, we see Chris said it, we like BDE. What the fuck you talking about?
Right, I use BDE all the time. Like, but you put. You put love into whatever it is that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? Because you're performing. Like, I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm doing correctly, right? And you know what I mean? It feels good. It feels good for me. It feels good for you. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to romanticize it so much.
The love language in that, I mean, I kind of touched on it, but I truly don't believe in love language, honestly. I think
Why not?
I don't, because your love languages change. Because
they do.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think
depends on what's going on in your life.
Yeah. You could be with somebody today and then, all right, I like gifts, acts of service. And then this person tells me, and then I change in that moment in time where I don't like matter of fact, I don't like the gifts she gives me. So then, but she's great with cooking, let's say, the act of service. I don't believe it. I think it's just naturally at some point, it's relationships. You relating to the person. I don't
know. So you have to think about it this way. Your love language is how you deal with people, period. So like my sister, you know, can spend time with me, and then my cup is filled because she spends
Same.
time with me.
Same.
You know what I mean? And we're not in a relationship. This is my sister. You know, so it's just like it's how you interact with people. So it's kind of like when she touched on like the zodiac, right? And the astrology, it's like what you feel inside your traits. Now, I feel like your love languages change as you mature and as you gain wisdom, but deep down inside they're still going to be the same. So even if I like gifts, right? And you don't give me the gifts that I like, you can come from the store and give me a cupcake. That's still a gift to me.
For
And
real.
you thought about me. So like I like that.
You
understand what
bought
I'm saying?
my favorite drink. You bought my green energy drink. Like,
sometimes
Right.
it's like
you love me.
the reason why I say that because all right, when you talk about language, I'm about to start getting real in depth and shit. But when you start talking about language, like you say talking about Spanish and whatever, I'm talking Spanish, and after a while, it's like anything. You don't use it, you lose it. So then now I'm used to not being situated. I don't get gifts anymore. So then now a person gives me gifts. Because reality
doesn't mean
is
anything
like, yeah,
because
like
you
my man
change.
95 said, reality of love language is not necessarily of what you're giving, but it's also that person knowing what it is to give it to you.
Absolutely.
So
And that's
shout
what
out
I
to
was.
say that.
That's what I was.
philosopher over there.
But that's what
Where
I
was
was
that when
gonna
you said
touch on
that?
too, right?
You don't be paying attention.
You're not used to your love language is gifts, right? You like gifts. Somebody buys you Jordans. Somebody buys you a gold chain.
Two different people?
Somebody buys you a car. No, a person. A person
One
buys you a
person.
gold chain, car, whatever, right? That shit that you like, right? It's shit that you care, like that you get every day. But then somebody comes out and sees, somebody notices the things that you don't have but you want or that you need, right?
Rolex.
No, not a Rolex. Let's say
A book of
you
quotes.
like to read.
A book of
And
quotes.
she buys you a book of quotes. You get what I'm saying? She buys you something that is utilizes that helps you to become a better person, right? But all of that gift stuff is like, I got this. I got a chain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really
But
care
it's funny
about this
what you
stuff.
say is the
But she
reason why-
bought you a book.
But exactly what you said is the reason why I don't believe in languages.
Why?
Because of the fact that it's based on persons paying attention to your personality. Because
Right.
in the reality is that yeah, it's still the same gifts, but then now is what you're putting behind that gift now. Because I could, like I said, you give me sneakers and so forth, but if the person understands, I could buy that shit myself.
Right.
So then now she understands that no, the importance is in what I'm giving him. Is the fact he could do that. I mean, focus on what he can't do for himself because he doesn't know what's important to him.
Right.
But if that is your language, that is how you feel like you receive love.
Right.
So you're not going to interpret it that way.
Because I might like quality time,
Right.
right? I love quality time. You could be sitting at that corner. I could be sitting at that corner.
But
We
you're
could be
here.
watching a movie, but you're here, you're present,
Mhm.
and you're paying attention. You're spending time with me. You're not on your phone, nothing. We could have conversation, whatever, or it could just be complete good silence.
Yeah.
As long as you're here because you understand that I like quality time. But I'm not a gift giver, and you like gifts, right? Oh, not even. I like quality time, but you feel like giving gifts is your way of showing that you love me, but you're not here all the time. We're gonna clash because to you, I'm giving you gifts though. Like I'm showing you that I love you and I care because that's how I show love. I care.
But that's not.
But it's not how
I agree with
feel loved, or that's not how I feel cared for, because I need you present with me. That makes me know that you love me. That makes me know that you care, because that's my love language.
That's why
You can't change
I still have a
you,
hard time
but the
agreeing with
gifts
it.
that you give me, I appreciate them, but that's not gonna change nothing.
But what is it that you don't agree with?
Because when you worry about languages, it's not about relationships.
You're not
But
worried
it is about
the language.
relationship. It's about relationship because when you do whatever it is that's my language, that is how I feel love.
But then I looked at that as relating to the person.
But see, with you're using
But I think
the
it's
word.
the same thing.
You're looking at the word as it is, love language.
Right.
But love language is basically your personality.
Yes.
It's you.
But that's why I said. But what you said is why again I don't agree with it, because that's why I think it is about you being more personable with the person you're with.
And learning that person and learning what they love. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What makes them feel love.
And I
So
don't disagree with that.
Right. So
So
that's
you
what
agree
that.
with it.
That's
Yeah,
what
like,
that.
You just
is.
don't want to put a label
No,
on
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah,
We
he don't
like
want-
titles.
Yeah, clearly.
He don't like titles.
Clearly, we
That's
learned
what
that.
it is.
We
He
learned
don't
that
want
about
the
it.
commitment of the title. That's all.
I don't like titles, but you know what it is? Titles a lot of times to me put things into a box, but then what about the few crumbs that lay outside? Because there's some people that don't know their love language, they don't understand their relationship, but we forget about those people.
I understand.
So then, when I was there, I lost my train of thought about it. When we was talking about the love language and what people are giving to other people, and I'm trying to catch myself back where I'm going.
I got you.
It's what ends up happening is, when you give a gift to going back to what you said before about giving like sneakers and stuff like that. The reality is, you sit back. The reason why that person is looking at it that, oh, I'm going to give them a book, is because they've seen that person not respecting their language in a sense. They're not seeing that person as a person. They losing the train of thought.
Or not even. It could be that a person feels like this is the stuff that you like, and this is how I feel like I could relate to that person, not realizing that that might not be your love language. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm just saying, like, people look at me and be like, oh, she loves sneakers. She's a sneakerhead. Let me get her sneakers. Let me get her sneakers. And it's like, no, like, you're not learning me or whatever. Like, you're not taking time to learn who I am, because I could buy my own sneakers. I like sneakers. Sneakers aren't who I am.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just want you to say it.
And I guess that's what I guess in a sense.
So you a Netflix and chill type.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess in a sense what it is, I guess the label
people
part
don't
of
get
it.
that though.
I think the label, because when people talk about love, relationship, I feel when you talk about love language, you put it in a box, but it's not a box big enough to fit all that, because it's always continually changing. Because even myself, I did the test, but then whatever it is, it's five.
Test?
Yeah, it's five of them. I got like 23% across the board except for one. Mm-hmm. So then my thing is, everything that you do for me, because the fact that you care about me is good for me. If you give me a gift, I appreciate it, because I just feel my personality when it comes to person, you don't gotta do shit for me. So when you're doing something, it means something to me.
But that's you.
Ooh, I got a question.
Whereas for me, quality time is at the top of the list, and the other ones don't really matter.
All 5?
Yeah,
you
can. But that's what he said. He got 4, and not. And the last one doesn't like matter.
Because I like words of affirmation.
I like that.
I like encourage me, make me feel good. But that's not the top. You get what I'm saying? But it's a part of what I like.
You don't fail the test.
No, based on the test, they ask you questions,
yeah.
and based on your responses, they'll rate which one is like important to you.
That's the same shit we took growing up. They said I was gonna be an astronaut.
Never
made it to space. Never made it to space.
But that's different. These are they have personality, what's names too, where it tells you what type. Do you have a personality A? Do you have a personality B? Based off of questions and how you answer things or whatever, like what you prefer. So even with the love languages, right? How do you show that you love somebody?
We know you ain't giving them a title. So
right.
What else?
We not asking for the title. We just asking like what.
Yeah, nigga. How do you show?
Somebody?
Yeah, come back to me on that one. Nah, I'll be honest with
you. You know what? He lying because you scared of who gonna see this?
No, I ain't worried about nobody seeing this.
Okay, so you don't want them to know that you care.
It ain't honestly, it's not about anybody at this point. It's because right now, again, I still have that same personality. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like in a sense.
But you've loved before.
Oh, I have.
And how did you show that?
The thing is, at the end of the day, I was questioning what it was. At the same time,
he was questioning.
If you watch any episodes, he don't believe in love.
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in love?
No.
Why?
Because I think that is.
I think it's your interpretation.
I don't know who that was on camera.
Right. But, I think it's I really think it's your definitions on what these things are and what you interpret them to be.
Like titles, so
it's not about titles.
I think you are blaming.
I am in the room, so I can answer the question.
I think you're blaming future people for what someone else did.
Nah,
I think you gotta let something go.
It ain't about anything at this point right now. Respectfully,
I tell him that every episode.
He
don't tell me nothing, man. He jokes around too much. The reality, you know what it is for me is that. I'm trying to figure away.
Therapeutic, like.
I know know why it became about Stylez. And sit down and put me. I should have been on that shirt, my feet up. Just. But what it is with me is that love to me gives people an excuse to be on some bullshit a lot of times. The moment that somebody sit there and say I love you, is almost say, oh, they love me, but they ain't showing it. I'm not a wordy person. I guess the best way to say it.
Love is a verb though. So it's action.
Yes.
But then and I agree. But then
damn, stop. They
know, right?
We're very educated. We're very educated and knowledgeable.
Let me stop playing around. Like, seriously.
Get in your bag. Get in your bag.
All right. My issue with love is that I think that love, when people, I guess the way more people look at it, if I say it, that's good enough. But then, like you said, I agree, it's a verb. But then, how do you show it? But then that's to each person. My thing is that when I'm dealing with somebody, or I'm with somebody, I don't know what it looks like, but I know what it feels like.
Right.
In a sense. And I would say the most closest that I know of what love feels like is from my brothers, my mother, and it's the most genuine. And the thing is, for me, love is unconditional. I don't think anybody outside of them does love me unconditionally, except my child. So at the end of the day, it's like, I could be broke, my mom will love me, my brothers will love me. I could be broke with a woman, she's going to say, you too broke.
Right.
At some point, she can't love me no more.
That's conditional.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't believe in
Get
it.
it, Stylez.
So I think being in love is conditional.
Yeah.
But loving someone
going
is
now,
unconditional.
those are two different
But then
things.
now we put a condition on the word itself. Because now we're saying in love and just love.
Because love is love.
Right.
Being in love is more an emotionally driven situation.
Right.
That's how I look at it. To me, love is unconditional.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
If you do something to me, if I really love you, I'm still gonna love you. But people
Don't mean I gotta deal with you though.
Exactly. People misconfuse love means toleration. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with
love
that,
me
yeah.
like, no, it doesn't. I could love you from a distance.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? I could send you love
I'm
from
pretty
over there. I don't
definitive.
gotta
I
ever
hate you.
speak to you again. I can never speak to you again and still love you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Sometimes the love is in not speaking to you.
Yes.
The love is in making, like, not being around so that you can get your shit together.
Yes.
But when people put conditions on love, they feel like love is toleration. Oh, I love you, so I gotta deal with your bullshit. Oh, I love you, so I gotta deal with you not being on the same frequency as me. You being low vibrational. Because I love you, I gotta show up for you more than you show up for me.
No.
That's not love.
Think about a parent-child situation.
Yes.
Parents teach their children by whatever type of, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes by a punishment, right? So it's like, you do something, you're going to get punished, but I'm teaching you a lesson by doing this because I don't want you to be this type of person. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that they don't love them when they issue whatever punishment this is, but it means that they're teaching them a lesson. So like, you can love someone and still not really deal with them. You know what I mean? It's
I guess when you say that, I see it's a waste of love. Then I'm also not even.
It's not, because you gotta also understand. The thing is, toleration is really big when it comes to relationships and any friendship, whatever it is, and people confuse that. You get what I'm saying? And people project that. So let's just say, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, let's just say like you dealing with somebody and they say they love you, right? And you be like, you don't love me. And they be like, yes, I do. You don't show me that you love me. Maybe that person's way of loving isn't the way you know love. What they know, what they deem love and what they feel like love is, because some people get their ass beat, right? Women get their ass beat because they feel like if a man beats me, he loves me. They could have seen that happen between their mom and their dad, and they thought that that was love. You get what I'm saying? And now they come to you, and they feel like, oh, you too nice. Oh, you not reacting the way, like, you're not reacting to what I'm doing. You don't love me. And it's like, I do love you. But because they so used to a certain way of love that you might not show them, they feel like you don't love them, but you feel like you're showing them. And that kind of correlates into the love language. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so I can understand you saying that you don't agree because you feel like it's just this conditional thing. And people do put that on conditions, but it's all about the people that you relate with and the people who are on your level. You get what I'm saying? And we tend to try to put people in a box. We go into relationships thinking that we could change people, thinking that they're going to change, you know what I mean? Because they're in a relationship, thinking that now that we're in a relationship, you belong to me and I belong to you. You get what I'm saying? You can't do this and you can't do that. And to me, that's not love.
Yeah, and and I think that is, I feel there's more people that believe in that than is the other side of the genuine.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
That's the reason why for me, maybe it's a protection for myself that I don't believe in it. Because I'm more of a person, I believe more in bonds with a person than in love. Because at the end of the day, bond can't be broken, but love can. That's why I'd rather not be in it or just in with love.
Me.
Huh?
You sound like me.
So I don't sound that crazy.
I
then.
always say, and
But
people
then,
don't agree. We don't
No,
think
we're not
that
saying
you
you
sound
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
No, I ain't crazy. It's all good.
No,
but
you don't sound crazy
not
at
at
all.
all.
You just sound defensive.
But I am defensive because
Right.
at the end of the day, the world is fucked up. At the
And
end of the
somebody
day.
did
so
something
the person that was
you
sitting
ain't
there,
like.
No, but a lot of people do things I don't like. But then
Somebody you liked did something
No,
that you
yeah.
didn't like.
I've been telling
It
that
sounds
since
like you are
episode one.
holding on
Since
something
episode
that
one, I've
someone
been telling
did,
that.
To be
and you're
honest with
letting
you,
that carry you
but the
forward
reality-
rather than
Let it
learning
go,
and
my bro. Let it
implementing.
go.
I'm not
It ain't
gonna let
that
go.
easy. It
No,
ain't that
but
easy.
You know what the reality is? It ain't easy because there's another person that can do it too.
No, it ain't easy because you're not working on yourself.
Yes.
And I can say
You
that.
have to learn and implement.
Right, and I can say that because I was that person. I was the defensive person. I was the person who was like, oh, I'm not doing this. I'm not letting this person do this or whatever. But when you learn to love yourself, you allow people to be them. It doesn't, like when you
But I
become,
love myself.
you love yourself, but when you it's still an insecurity. It's still a trigger. It's still a wound. You get what I'm saying? And in order for you to heal that wound, wherever it is wherever that whatever space you get triggered, you gotta aid that. You get what I'm saying? So if it's love, you gotta aid that by loving yourself more, understanding that, not taking it personal, because that's what you're doing, and understanding that people are gonna do what's best for them. You gotta do what's best for you, and it doesn't change anything. You gotta be the person you are. I'm the person that I am regardless. So whether you love me or you don't love me, I'm still choosing me first.
But you know, me loving me is what causes me to think that way.
No, you defending you.
Right, you're
It's what
defending. You
causes
are.
But I'm not always
that
being
way.
attacked.
You are closing the gate
I generally don't
and
feel
looking at
attacked.
people through the bars like this.
You're
That's
scared.
what you're doing.
He's in
And you
Right.
don't even realize. Yeah, you're in jail. You are.
Yes.
You're scared, and you don't realize it's fear.
Yeah.
Listen, it ain't about sides.
Nah, it ain't
But
about
I've been
sides.
trying to
I'm having
ask a question.
Go
but y'all
ahead.
just-
We
yeah.
sorry.
So my question. So
I had chocolate. Chocolate daddy.
I'm big
course,
on.
chocolate.
see, I told you, ladies love it. Told you it's gonna stick one day.
Go ahead.
But I'm big on love, but most importantly for me is trust. So do you guys feel if the trust is broken that it's over, or you feel like that's something that can get rebuilt?
For me, I can't get past it. So I know that I have to go.
So no chances? Damn.
Not once my trust is broken. You know what? I shouldn't even say this, but like I feel like it's levels to it, right? No, what I feel like it's levels to it. So like there are deal breakers for me, right? You have a child on me, I'm never getting over it. I cannot accept it. I know that. I'm gonna throw it in your face. I'm never ever going to be the person that you want me to be. I'm not gonna accept it. I'm not gonna accept what you did. So there's no use in us being together. I know that about me. You know what I mean? However, I might excuse a cheating situation in my marriage.
In your
Oh, it
marriage.
has to be
In my marriage.
Not while you was
Niggas
with your
is
girlfriend.
clapping.
Not while
Like, what is happening?
not while I
What
was
you call a cheating situation? Like me
What
going
do you call?
to DR and having to end up. Never mind.
That's
What,
why I said.
having a
That's why I said I
one-night stand?
shouldn't even say this, because if he look at
Having
this,
a
I don't want
one-night
you getting no
stand?
motherfucking idea,
No,
right?
I
But like,
No,
with a bitch you'll never see again ever.
that's
in
a one
life.
night stand. Now,
You can get over
there's
that.
things. Yes, I can get over that. Now,
Yeah.
if you are a habitual cheater,
if you are, and if it
No.
was an
if you in a
emotional
relationship
situation,
cheating type of
Oh,
situation
no.
where like you see this chick, like y'all go out, you pay for stuff, and
right?
She got,
Y'all
like,
sneaking
hell,
on a late
stay there.
night. I go to sleep
Stay
and y'all
there.
texting.
Word.
Mm,
You know, I'm at a point too
that's
where it's
emotional
just like,
bond.
you know, I could I excuse cheating? Definitely. I always say, I mean, I would never tell a person that I'm in a relationship with this, but like, I shouldn't feel it. I shouldn't see it. I shouldn't even get any type of inkling that you're doing anything.
Yeah.
Because the
Woman's
minute I
intuition?
get that, yeah, women's intuition.
Oh
is real.
yeah.
That joint to kill you before you even
It sure
start.
Oh, I got a question for you though, because I want to go back to like,
off the hot seat. I'm over
right.
here, man.
He's stupid.
Listen, I don't take
I'm
shit
good.
serious, so
I'm
they
good.
can
Person.
go.
I enjoy this. I like this.
I had you on the ropes. It's okay. But I want to go back to. So, what do you mean by you don't have exes?
That means everyone that I dealt with in the past
Because
is
you're
not
protecting
an
yourself
ex.
like I do.
Don't matter.
They don't matter. You're not friends with them. You're not
No,
cool
no,
with them.
No. I'm the coolest person in the world. I'm cool on the other side of the pillow. I'm cool with everyone. That unless you're not cool with me, and that's on you. But
Okay.
I'm cool. What I'm saying is, I don't think about the past. I'm just moving towards the future.
Okay,
so
that makes
it's
sense.
no exes. My current situation, and that's the only situation that I've ever been in. I don't have exes. She don't have exes. She can't have exes.
She can't?
Yeah, niggas she used to deal with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she was a virgin when she met you? Because
She
some
was a
people
who?
feel that way.
A what?
I said she was a virgin when she met you.
Hell no. Oh,
No,
she
I'm
was?
saying I'm saying
And all my
hypothetically, like,
both virgins. All
right.
my bodies are gone.
right. Okay.
It's fine. I can't. I'm a cutoff kind of person. Like if I'm done with you.
Nah,
I don't
you
care.
can't-
I don't
you
care
don't
enough
know-
about you, so we cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
It's a
doing your
disconnect.
favor,
Like I don't
keeping you around.
even look at you like that no more. Whatever it is, like we cool. Like I don't. The thing I'm gonna bring it back to zodiacs, but the thing about Libras is
Talk about that.
air signs periods. We could be very indifferent. Like you don't matter that much to us anymore. So
Libra,
it's like
Libra?
Yes.
Your birthday coming up.
yeah, October.
Oh, shit.
But like you don't matter to us anymore. So we cool. It's like we really don't feel no way
Sagittarius
about
too.
you. We could laugh, we could joke, we could kick it, but if you try to cross that boundary, it's like no.
But everything.
Even if
changed.
we dealt with you, like it's kind of like we forget, kind of in the
like what you're saying though is like if you're talking about zodiac, I'm being a true Capricorn the way it
You
is.
are.
So that's why I like myself.
you
I
are.
do love myself.
But y'all forgive, but y'all don't forget.
No, that's the reason why I rather not.
Yeah,
forget.
hold
That's why he looking out the gate like
I
this.
know.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna. I don't believe honestly in forgiveness. Honestly.
And you hold your wounds really, really tight.
Yeah.
So
that's
with
why
me,
I don't
right?
believe in forgiveness.
With me, I feel like
I do.
people.
For me.
People is power.
Mm.
Not in the sense that you need people, but you never know.
What you mean?
It's not because I've learned in life throughout all these years. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That person she was dealing with years back, they might be in a better situation and they could help your situation. So for you to hold a grudge against them and
You
you're
don't want
not
to burn
together,
bridges.
I don't
think it's not who you know.
What you mean might help your
Yeah.
situation?
They might run a daycare, the best daycare in New York City. You want to put your child
So
in
that's
that
not who
daycare.
you know. That's
like,
what you know. Who you know will get you there. What you know will keep you there. So regardless, you don't want to burn bridges. Like I'm very logical. I feel like you're the most powerful person when you know how to control your emotions. You get what I'm saying? Because people use that. People use your emotions to get
That's
the
a
best
fact.
of you, to overpower you and stuff like that. When you learn how to control your emotions and you become emotionally mature, I feel like you become the most powerful person ever.
I'm the most powerful.
I agree
No, I
with
am.
that, 'cause
I honestly am.
I think the opposite
Nothing
of
fazes me.
emotional is irrational. There's no or rational is the opposite of emotional. Because mostly that like people used to joke with me and say, "Oh, you don't have no emotions." I have emotions. I'm just not emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like because the rational and emotional is like the
They don't go
opposite. Of it.
together.
I'd rather be rational with emotion than be
Yeah.
emotional with being irrational.
And a lot of people make emotional decisions.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I think that's where I'm going with that. Like when you, like I said, I could kick it with you, I could joke with you, I could laugh with you. I compartmentalize. So you go into a situation, right? Like let's say you did something to me, right? As long as it isn't anything that really is like detrimental, like really fucked up, I can forgive you about it because logically there's nothing that you're doing right now that really warrants me to not speak to you or anything. It's not that serious. In my head, it ain't that serious regardless. Like it's your karma. It's not my karma. I could talk to you, I could forgive you, but I'll never fuck with you the same way again. Like you go into a box and now you go into that box, yeah, I'm talking, but if you want to chill and stuff, oh, word, okay, in my phone, I'm not going. Or I might tell you, like, I'm not even going.
Yeah, that's why she keeps putting me in my place like that because she ain't emotional. So
I can get, but I'm not. I could get in my like.
She can be
I
emotional.
can
do it today.
No, it's not
She
even
can be
emotional. I
emotional.
could get in. I could get in my feelings. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
and
she
when I
can.
get in my like, it takes a lot though. It's like you pushing me, and then
you deserve what's coming. After
you
at that point.
deserve
Yeah.
every. And trust me, I done studied you. I know what the triggers are. I know how to hit you, and I will hit you, and I won't feel no way about it because
That's me.
I'm getting emotional, but I'm thinking
I
logically.
don't have time for all that.
Because you're not
that's
an
not-
air
that's not
sign.
me.
Like we live here. We create places
Yeah, but
here.
I don't do that, and I'm an air sign.
What's your sign?
I'm
She's
an Aquarius.
You don't do what?
That's an air. So what? I'm on water. Ground?
No, it's air.
You don't
I'm
care
air
enough.
He's
See,
fire.
What am I?
He's a Sag.
Sag.
He's fire. He's
Fire.
mutable fire.
I'm fire. That means I don't give a fuck.
No, that means you care. You're passionate.
Yeah.
When you do
passionate
give a
about
fuck.
But he
stuff
said
that
let
I
go, let
care
God
about.
all the damn time.
I let go and let
You
God.
passionate about what you care about, but when you get in your
I'm
feelings, you're
passionate
gonna
about what I
sit
can
this little
change.
cocoon.
If I can't change it, I
You
don't
cry over
care.
spilled milk.
I don't cry over spilled milk. I just get more
You're
milk.
very flighty though.
No.
No?
No.
You don't be moving like you ain't swift.
I used to be. I used to be.
Let me tell you
Now
about
I'm
what
in the
I know
flat
about
track.
Sag
Like
men.
that.
Y'all act like y'all don't know what's going on, but
Mhm.
you do.
Mhm.
You act real mysterious.
Oh yeah.
You
If
act
it don't
real
ever come
aloof,
out-
like, oh, what you mean? You know exactly what they mean. You know exactly
Because
what's going on.
Sagittarians and Aquarians are kind of
same,
the
'cause
same,
I do the
but
same
not.
thing.
Just
Yeah.
I just
different.
I ain't never
people
gonna spill the
mistake
tea.
me for being quiet. I'm not. I'm observing everything.
Yeah.
I
And
figure everything out.
I have the gift of talking a lot, and you know nothing. Like I can have full blown conversations. I can tell you stories and everything, and you haven't even touched the depths of me.
That's me.
You get what I'm
I'll
saying?
talk to you.
Capricorns wear their faces on their sleeves, so
That's emotions.
no, it's faces.
Yeah.
But we could talk about zodiacs all day. That's just
Yeah.
me and her. Like that's just what we do. But yeah, like compartmentalizing, it comes naturally. It like literally comes naturally. Even analyzing comes naturally. I study people for fun. You get what I'm saying?
Me
Like
too.
you ever see like those movies when robots come and they like go into a place and they go doo-doo-doo, and they zoom in and then all the stuff come up and then they zoom in. Boop, yeah, like that's what I do.
Watching too.
And I act like I don't see it until I feel like sometimes I want you to know on purpose. You get what I'm saying? Like I notice everything. I can notice if you bite your nails. Like I notice and say, "Oh, you get manicured."
Got you.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Me
I'm
too,
very-
but I just keep it all to myself until I need to say something. Like if
Yeah.
it's in a conversation, I might bring it
sometimes I like doing it on purpose just to see people's reaction.
up. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, that's just me.
It's dope because I mean it's very rare that I could talk and then somebody says something that gets they know me. I'm combative. I enjoy. I do it for fun. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. It gets my. I don't get emotional. I don't get upset. So nothing that you guys said. I give it that. You guys said a lot of key points. I truly don't feel that I'm harboring. I guess anything. It's just more so that I just know people. At the end of the day, you know, they smile today, cry tomorrow, smile the day after that. So it's not necessarily that. I guess in a sense, I'm ready for whatever's coming after the next time. It may sound protective, it might be whatever, but I'm also I just like people to be themselves. Like I'm not I'm not gonna really. I'm gonna be me. Like I said, as far as compromising, I don't want you compromising to be me because I want to see the true person that you are, and vice versa. So that we always keep everybody honest at that point.
But what if that person? What if they're true? Like compromising is what they do. You get what I'm saying? That's true. Like that
scares me away.
Like but that it's funny because like
Mm-hmm.
some people may say that drinking brings out the truth,
Yeah.
right? And it brings out the true person, right? I've even had people like, won't you drink? I want to see you.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either because this is
calm.
me. This is me
I don't believe
sober
that.
because I'm very controlled. You know what I mean? And I like to. I'm very controlled in a situation. I like to be in control of situations regarding me. When I go out,
Yes.
2 drink maximum. If it's too strong, I babysit the drink. Or I might not even drink at all. You get what I'm saying? Because if everybody's drinking, somebody has to be alert. Somebody has to pay attention. And it could be the mom in me. And it could just be me. You get what I'm saying? But I'm always thinking, I want to go home to my kids. So at the end of the day, I need to be responsible and I need to control the situation. When I'm out, maybe because I be around a lot of guys and I do use my masculinity a lot, I'm observant. I'm looking at how people moving. I'm looking at how dudes is talking to each other. And even if, especially if I'm amongst women, it's like, in the club. That's how I be. Like a dude, like I'm just like this. Do. What? Nah, they talking too much. What? I saw this person talk to this person, then walked over, talk to that person, now I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I might do this. Nah, people doing too much.
She is not lying.
Like
she is not lying. She will be out in a minute.
Yes.
If
I see people, no, and when I panic, I get super calm. Like I'm not, oh my God, I'm not irate. I get super calm. Don't talk to me because I'm too alert and you talking and you messing up my focus. I'm analyzing what's going on because I'm looking at my exits. I'm looking like that's just how I am. And it's not like because I can't enjoy myself. I can enjoy myself.
Just need to be aware.
I just need to be aware of what's going on because once again, I want to get home. And I want y'all to get home. Yeah, it's that's just me. I'm always in survival mode. I come from the projects. You get what I'm saying? Niggas is shooting all the time. You get what I'm saying? Or people are fighting and something break out. I was never one to run to a fight. I'm walking away from the fight because if somebody pull out a gun, I need to be able to be out. Like I'm not going towards the chaos. I'm moving away from the chaos. But I might see from a distance. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
So real quick before we wrap it up, because we overstayed our welcome. But just tell the viewers a little bit about your show, some of the topics you guys talk about. You know, when they can see the show.
The show is called Just Kicking. You can see it on your favorite Tomboy TV. It's me and my 4 sisters, including Candace. Candace is the oldest. I'm the second oldest. And then we have a set of triplets, but it's 2 girls and a boy, but our 2 girls are Alyssa and Alana, and then our other sister Bria. And we talk about a whole bunch of things. We talk about relationships. We talk about our purposes in life. We talk about friendship, what type of friend we are, what type of friends we like. We talk about what type of guys we like. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? So you can check that out on your favorite Tomboy TV. The next phase will be guys. So I'll be, getting into depth with you guys, kind of, sort of like this. I like to
we would definitely love to be in the show. The reason why Chris and Saya, aka Saya, is not here is because it'll be too much people on this couch.
That's why it's just us two.
It's 4 of y'all on the show. This should have been too much talking and everything. We wouldn't be able to gang up on Stylez.
Do they gang up on you all the time?
Nah.
It's the other way around.
No, everybody else outside of this.
Yeah, the guest, he always chiming in on the guests, making sure
I'm too headstrong. So everybody.
Well, you met 2 headstrong women today.
No, definitely.
That was fun. Trust me,
we definitely did have a great time. We have a little something special for y'all.
Oh, we got gifts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I'm part of the gang.
Right?
Definitely. We drink.
I could drink juice.
You can drink juice. You
No.
can drink what's that? Jack Daniels, honey.
That was her.
Oh, that's my drink.
That was her.
I like it with ginger ale. It's cool.
If I drink, mostly it's wine.
For real?
But if I do drink, I drink Patron.
I like Patron too.
Yeah.
I like tequila and I like
Happy
honey
juice.
jack.
I call it happy juice because dark liquor make me violent.
I just don't like it.
I would drink dark.
Be chill and white liquor should be nasty in the morning. I just feel like
Nah, that's the opposite though. I like dark.